Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every week. I share planner reviews and my own personal planning. But today I have a special guest for my new series, Planner Friend Chat. My guest today is Taylor at Tailored Plan on Instagram, and I will put that on the screen. And I'm going to link her Instagram, of course, down below and her YouTube. But I'm really excited to talk to you, Taylor, today.
I am so excited to be here.
Because Taylor and I have known each other for several years on Instagram, and she's also been a patron. So she's been like in my Zoom calls, and I always feel like I get to know those people really well. So I feel like I do feel like we really know each other. We've had lots of voice DMs, and I feel like you're my real friend, even though we've never met in real life.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think I was looking back on my personal account because that's where I started following you. And it was like the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. So
Okay, that's interesting because we have no idea. So it has been several years. I mean, now we're in 2023.
I
Okay.
know.
All right, we're going to start with some fun rapid fire questions to get to know Taylor. Then we're going to jump into the planner questions, and then we're going to end with some Go Wild questions because Taylor just got back from Go Wild. Even though this isn't going to air for a little while, so it will seem like Go Wild was like maybe like 2 months ago, but she just got back recently, well, a couple weeks ago, and we're going to talk about Go Wild. It's not her first time there, but the way she got there this time is really fun and interesting too, and we're gonna get into that. Okay, where is your favorite place you've ever lived? It could be where you're living now, but
Yeah, so I right now, so last year in July, we moved into our new house and I love it. Me and my husband walk around and we'll be like, we just love our house. Right now,
oh,
where we're at in the season, we're into, we just really love it. So,
oh, that's perfect.
yeah.
And do you want to say a general big city you live near or what?
Okay, yeah. So I live in Illinois, not Chicago. I'm probably like 6 or 7 hours away from Chicago. I'm closer to St. Louis. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. I think that's the best feeling to love where you're living right now. Just
Yeah. Yeah, we live in between, like there's a city park on one side where we can walk to, and then on the other side there are some buffalo we can go visit and feed, and that's so
that
fun.
is so crazy. Taylor shows that on Instagram in her stories sometimes, and I'm always like, Buffalo, like right next to your house. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like it's
Well, they're a little ways down, probably a
well,
block away,
yeah,
but
but I
yes,
mean like
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
They're very
okay,
fun.
I love that. If you had a day off all by yourself, all to yourself, what would you do?
Okay, so I did have a day off all by myself. And it was probably the beginning of January, like after the holidays. And I told my husband, I was like, don't bother me. I'm just gonna lay in bed and watch YouTube all day because that's what I want to do. He's like, you want to watch YouTube? And I was like, yes, I just want to be able to watch YouTube on a big screen and not on my phone or my
Yeah.
computer and just chill out, have my planners around me, or come to my desk and just play in everything,
Yes.
just yeah. That
Okay.
that was that was a really nice relaxing day. And I told him I was like, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. I'm gonna go if I want to go get a coffee, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Just and my son was at daycare. It was so nice.
You're
So
like,
nice.
just pretend I'm not here.
Yeah, just act like you don't even know I am here or exist or anything.
Yes. Why
So
is it that I want a completely empty house? Like, if I told my family just like I want a day off, like I have not done this, but just like leave me alone, like they would. Like,
yeah,
I only have one kid who's older. My husband would be like, fine. But why is it that like I want an empty house? I want like
yeah,
no one here. That never happens since I
yeah.
homeschool. So, but I
Oh, I'm
love,
sure. Yeah, homeschool, you're around each other like 24/7. So
yeah, I mean, we're in the same house. Luckily, since he's older, we don't have to be around each other 24/7.
yeah.
He doesn't want to be around me that much. Okay. I loved your answer though. I love it. Okay. Where is a favorite vacation spot you've ever been? Or it can be one you've dreamed of going to, or you can share both.
Okay, so I'll share both. Destin, which you've been to Destin, and it's just a magical, oasis.
Oh,
Um,
it's magic, that
it
place.
really is. just it's totally different. I mean, I feel like it's like a totally different life. You're just relaxed. It's very leisurely, going and coming and whatever you want to do. And the sand beaches, oh my gosh, the cool, you just sit on the nice white cool sand
Yes.
and the Emerald Coast.
Oh,
If you have not been to Destin and
or
you had
that
one place
area,
to
anywhere
go,
in the Emerald
yes,
Coast, there's lots of little beaches
yes,
dotted
yeah.
there.
Oh,
It's magic, right? Like nothing,
it
like I
is.
swear it's the best beach vacation you can get like in the US
It
without
is.
like, although I don't want to tell everyone about it. It's already busy enough.
It is very busy. If you go, when did we go? I want to say we went in like August, and it was not bad at all. We walked from our resort all the way down to the back porch, the
Mhm.
restaurant, and it was just it was so nice. I mean, it was a really long walk, but we were able to like not be bombarded with people and running and crowds and didn't
Yeah,
have to
if
wait
you can
forever for
go,
seats.
yeah, when people go back to school, like the last time we went was May, or if I went again, it would be like, it'd probably be beginning of September, like when everyone's back in school,
Yeah.
because yeah, we've gone in the summer twice too, though, and it's fine. It's just more crowded and it depends on where you stay and all that.
Yeah.
But it's
I
still magical and I don't care if it's crowded.
Yeah, it is. It really is because the you can see like dolphins just swimming, and we did parasailing, and
Wow.
it was I would definitely do parasailing again. And at the end, they ask if you want your feet dipped in,
Yeah.
like they can dip your feet all the way up to like your shoulders, basically. And while we were up parasailing, we saw a shark jump out of the water, and we were like, "Don't dip us! Don't dip us!"
No, there's lots of sharks, they always have.
Yeah.
Luckily, well, we weren't ever too crowded. First of all, I'll say that because we got to stay in a really nice resort because of my husband's hotel points. That's the only way we've gone every single time. It's great. But so they actually only people can go on that beach that are in that resort.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
it's you really don't get to, even in the summer, it's not too crazy, but there's always helicopters going back and forth. And someone told us there at that resort that that is like a shark outlook, like
Oh,
watch,
I'm sure.
like to alert them, like if there's a lot of sharks or something to like get people out of the water. Not to talk about Destin the whole time, but one thing where you said getting in the water with sharks. So we went on a banana boat 2 times that we went because my boys were,
Mhm.
that crazy age. They want to like, it's kind of crazy. It throws you around. It's like riding on this banana boat
Yeah.
behind. And they let us in the middle of the ocean say, if you want to jump in for a swim, right? Like we're way, way out. Like,
Ooh.
no, okay. So I was like, of course my boys wanted to. So I'm like, okay, I
Right.
have to too, because I want to show them like it's okay, I mean, but the man was like, but when you jump in, swim right back to the boat. Okay. Liam was like 5 the first time we went. Okay. And I'm like,
Oh
Liam,
my.
swim right back to the boat.
Mhm.
He just thought it was so fun. Like he was not trying to get back to the boat. And I was like, I was getting scared to death because waves, like they're big out there and like
Yeah.
taking you away further. And I'm like, Liam, come back here right now. Like that was a scary time. And he did
Yeah.
come back, but he had like no fear. And I was like, it's scary to be out in the middle of the ocean with big waves. I had never jumped in like in the middle of the ocean from a boat before.
Oh man.
And
I
I
don't
was
know if I
like,
could do that.
it was like, I was like, this is scary. Like people who get in a storm, lost at sea or whatever. I'm like,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah, we went kayaking. So the weekend we were there for a whole week, but the just that first weekend we were there, the people I used to babysit for, they went too, the adults and their youngest,
Okay.
and they talked us into kayaking, which we had never been kayaking. Well, we were out at Crab Island and it started to storm,
Oh,
and we were
wow.
trying to get back as like quickly as we could, but trying to paddle with the waves and the boats. Is it Crab Island? It's the island place out there. And I think it's Crab Island. The
Okay.
boats were all going back and the waves, like it was very scary. And I was like, never again.
Oh, I can imagine how scary that would be. Yeah.
Yeah,
When you're
it
just
was big.
more near the shore, you cannot
Yeah,
anticipate how scary it is out there when like
yeah,
waves start to pick up. Like,
yeah. So Destin would be the place that I have been that I would definitely go back. And then where I would like to go is Seattle, Washington, like the state.
oh,
Yeah.
yes,
I just
yes.
love rainy, cool days, and they just have a lot of rainy cold days. And yeah, one of
Yes.
my favorite authors, her name is Debbie Maycumber, and she has a lot of books that are like, you know, out there, and or the setting is out there, and yeah.
Yes, I've heard of her books. I don't think I've read any, but I love that. I think that sounds great. Okay, thank you for getting us back on track. Okay, if so this is a weird new question I added in. I mean, it was
Okay.
not your thing, but if you were in the car alone and you're like, you know, I'm out running errands, I'm gonna get like a favorite food or treat by myself and I'm gonna eat it in the car alone. What would it be right now? I know it might be like a lot of different things, but like
A favorite treat. Okay, so I really like lemon pound cakes from Starbucks. They're like one of my favorites, and I've tried to make the recipe at home. It just nothing compares to it. It's just
oh
so
wow,
good.
okay.
But we also have a little bakery here in town. And they've been around for a long, long time. And they have really good just bakery goods, but they have a cream cheese Danish. It's so
Oh,
good.
yum.
It's
Both
so
of those
good.
things sound amazing to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of those probably. On my
Oh,
day off, I would get one of those and then just lounge around and watch YouTube.
oh, that
Yeah.
sounds great. Okay. What now we're jumping into the planner questions since
Okay.
I went on a big tangent there. What was the first planner you remember having?
So besides school, I mean, I think we've all kind of I feel like a lot of people in the planner community, if your school provided a planner, you know,
See,
I
my
remember
school never
using,
provided a planner. So people
yeah.
always say
So,
that, but I think I'm too old. I don't think they were giving out planners,
oh,
you know?
so yeah, no, I understand. My school in junior high, I used that planner. Now, high school, I don't ever remember using their planners that they gave out. Honestly, at high school, I just didn't like high school. But anyway, after high school into college, it would be the Happy Planner. And what's funny is I got it and I used like it for a week, and then I gave it to one of my friends. And then like a year later, I got it again and I used it for a week, and then I gave it to one of my friends. And
No
I never
way.
really like stuck with it until I started looking at Pinterest and, you know, went down the rabbit hole.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is so interesting. Were you still in college when you looked at Pinterest, or was that like after college?
No, okay, let me think. No. Okay, so I started probably looking at Pinterest in 2015 or 2016 after I knew like the Happy Planner wasn't working for me.
Okay.
Um and yeah,
And is that how you found the planner community?
yes.
Right, like through
So
Pinterest?
yeah, I can't even remember what planners I found first. Um, but I came across your YouTube. And then I came across some other people just having random videos on YouTube. And then I was like, oh, this is like an Instagram thing too. So then I started digging down the Instagram hole. And then I found Hobonichi. And that's the year they had I want to say it was like 2018. They had the bear on their planner, and it was
Yes.
like a purple, the bow and tie fabric, and it was the week.
Yes.
And I was like, what is this? And so the following years, whenever I first purchased Hobonichi.
Oh, wow.
So
I love that story because Taylor, okay, we'll go into that then. We'll skip to there right now.
okay, sorry.
No, 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 that's okay. That's
Okay.
perfect. Of what planners you're using right now. Because first of all, you guys need to just follow Taylor because she's such a light. She just, when she like speaks and talks in her stories, she brings light to Instagram. And so, but we're going to tell you what she's using now so you'll know like what she shares a lot. So tell us what planners that you're in right now.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I always try to be like positive and, you know,
You
shine
are.
as bright as I can. Okay, so currently I made sure I had everything around me.
You're
Um,
awesome.
so I have my Hobonichi Weeks, and it is the sneaker, and sneaker is just the type of cover it is. And then the Weeks sneaker is always a mega. So that just means it has extra pages in the back. So that's
I love
that.
your name on there
Thank
and
you.
that
My friend got
cover.
it for me. Yes, I love this cover. My husband got it for me for my birthday. And so I'm in the Hobonichi Weeks. It really leaves my desk only whenever I go work in the office because I work from home. But if I go work in the office, it goes with me. Sometimes it goes out with me places, but normally it kind of just stays at home. Um, I'm not at a point in my life where I can pull out my planner at the store and check stuff off because my son will want to draw or he'll want to take my planner and play with it. So I can't really do that right now, but it goes around the house with me. If I'm making appointments, it all goes in here. So this is like my main hub is my Hobonichi weeks. And then my journal is the Hobonichi Han A6, and A6 is just the size of the planner, and Han is just like the material, and not the material, but the different, like, I want to say edition of the planner.
Okay.
I think that's how that goes. But this is my journal. I don't ever really share the inside because it's really personal. And journaling has really helped me in the last like year, I found, and I really like this. And it helps whenever you like the what you're writing into whenever you're journaling.
Yes, yes. And I love that you keep that journal to be like private for you, because I think every planner person who shares online, like everyone needs a private journal,
Yeah.
because we share so much. And I think you need somewhere where you can put things where you'll never share it.
Yeah. Yeah, I will share like before the pin, what they
Yes.
call, just because I decorate the pages with my, London Gifties, washi tape and stickers and all that. But I don't really ever share after. I did a blurred story once and I was like, oh, that you just don't get the same effect as, unblurred. So I haven't really shared very much after. But yeah, that's my journal. And then my memory keeper is this A5 Hobonichi 5-year. And so this is all about my son. Anything going on in his life, I write down for that day.
I love that.
And my new, there we go. This is my Laurel Denise. So this is my content planner. I just started this week. It starts. So I really like it, and it's not replacing anything. It's just coming in new with basically testing out for content. And then I do have my work planner, which is the Whitney English Undated Daily. And
And
this
you've
is,
used that for a long time for work.
yes, this is full. This is what's done, and this is what I have left.
That's awesome that you find what works for you.
Yeah.
I feel like that you find what works for you, and you really stick with, because you've been with Hobonichi. I mean, even though I know you used the cousin before and you cut down the cousin, Taylor does all kinds of creative things. But I mean, it was still with Hobonichi. So I kind of feel like, you found that love, and you have stayed with it. And she uses all kinds of beautiful washi, like she talked about. One of her favorite shops is London Gifties.
Yes.
And if you follow her, you will find out all about it. So you need to follow her. She also has a great YouTube channel, you guys. And so all that is going to be linked down below. And on her YouTube, she's done some Go Wild content too. So you will get, because I'm only going to ask a few questions. So you guys will get all the details if you go there, and you can see her personal planning. And it's a great place to check out, especially if you're into Hobonichi. Okay.
Yes, I love Hobonichis, and I don't ever foresee like leaving, maybe switching back and forth from the planners, but I just love the paper. The paper is what really gets me. So.
Okay. And I love so much about Hobonichi too, but I've just never been able to commit to it for more than a year. I did use the weeks for like a year for my content planning way back when, but yeah.
And you did the quote a day in your cousin, didn't you?
No, I did do a lot in the cousin. I played in that for like a year I didn't like stay with a quote a day, but I did like a quote a day for a while. I did and I've used the A6 for a quote a day. So I love Hobonichi too. It's just not what I can do my like weekly planning in, but
yeah, no,
like
it's uncanny.
I feel like it's magical. Like, and if you have Hobonichi questions, like Taylor is so nice and kind, she will help you. Sometimes if you're new to Hobonichi, it can be really confusing. I feel like.
It is. I mean, I had to do a lot of research to figure out what I wanted in the beginning of ordering. And like, I try to do videos and explain things at the beginning of my videos before I like jump into it. because a lot of people have never even heard of it, even though it's a fairly large brand.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm here to help with any questions you might have. Even though I'm not using the cousin this year, I have previous years of the cousin I can refer to. So yeah.
Yeah, Taylor is great. So if you want to get into Hobonichi. Okay. What are, I think I already know the answer to this one, to the first part, but
Okay.
I don't know why I ask everyone this because it's almost the same answer. We'll see if you have anything different.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that, but what are your favorite parts of the planner community?
I think, well, the people, and I think everybody says the people.
Yes.
Whenever you find somebody that has the same thing in common with you that you guys both equally love, you want to start supporting that person, and then you just want to ask them all the questions, and you don't have to really explain yourself. You can just talk freely about whatever it is. For, planner people, it's paper and, binding and, pens, ink, and all of that. So I think once you find that base connection, and that's for anything, not just planners, but for anything, you really kind of already have that in common. So your relationship can go like a little bit further and, be friends more. Kind of like, me and you, we started with the planners, and then, now we actually are friends, and with Tara and Jill and Carol and, everybody, it just kind of keeps going from there, and you just have that like base understanding. So the people is number one, and how supportive they are of each other. You can be on an affiliate team, or you can be in a group of people that have the same Instagram, very similar, but they're going to support each other. It's not going to be a competition. It's going to be like, liking their pictures and sharing their pictures, and liking their reels and sharing their reels, sharing their YouTube, and just being so supportive of each other is what I love. And the creativity is probably like another one of my favorite things. Everybody can have the same exact planner, but the way they use it, the way they decorate it, the way they share it in different way, like not even at your desk, they're at the couch, they're always planning at the couch or in their bed or outside.
Yes.
Or just seeing planners in different ways is so amazing. And what people can do with a planner, it's just so fun to see and watch. And I love that part too, is how creative people can be. And people start their own businesses, and they like get a jump start on what they feel like is like the beginning to their dream jobs here. And to be able to support those people, it's wonderful too, just to see people's dreams come true. So yeah.
Well, you brought up great points, Taylor. Besides the friends that we all say, those are all really good things about the community. I agree. Okay. Do you feel like there are any hard parts of the planner community?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely hard parts with any community at all. I do think that, like, for myself, and this is just speaking for me, like, I am one to like get upset very quickly, or I don't really hold a grudge, but kind of get a little bit bitter inside. And that's just been a personal struggle of mine forever. So I feel like I try not to, have that and hold that, and just support as much as I can. But I know that there's a lot of times that people can get very bitter about things. And I just think if you show as much support as you can get, or show as much support as you can give, then you're going to get that in return too. And that's going to help you through those tough times of, being bitter, or have a judging attitude, because you really only see people at face value and what they show. They allow you to only see so much of their lives, and you really have no idea what's going on in the background, or, past that screen or camera or phone. So I think that people can kind of jump to conclusions very quickly. And I think that it's gotten better, a lot better, especially over the last like year, and just being able to understand each other more. And going through a pandemic, I mean, we all have that in common, where we're
Yeah.
all struggling. So I just think that's one of the harsh things about the community, but we can get past it. And, you know, you can allow people in your life and you can block people out of your life. So it's definitely what you allow into. So
I love that, Taylor. Thank you. You had like really good insight on that. And I love the way you said that. Okay. So I feel like you wouldn't have to do this because I feel like you love the weeks so much. But is there anything that you don't love about your planner where like if you could mix certain parts of different planners to make your planner the perfect planner for you? Is there anything you would like mix up and change?
I really, really like the weeks. You're right, I do. But if the weeks had like if they had different sizes, like if they had an A6 size, that would be really fun to just play in and feel in. That's the one thing about Hobonichi. They have each planner has their own setup and their own size. And they don't change sizes, they don't change setups for any of the planners. So I think being able to kind of change around sizes would be fun for that. You know, I don't know. If I could have everything all in one book, like my content, my journaling, my weeks, like everything, but have it small, I still think I'd be switching. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I think just feeling different pages and, you
Yes.
know, paper quality, it's just, I got to have the diversity.
Yes.
And I really like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is what like why we all like to use, different ones because the diversity. Like there's so many good ones, It's like okay, let's one last planner question before we jump into
Okay.
Go Wild. What is your favorite pen to use like in your Hobonichi right now? And then like do you have like another favorite pen for like other more normal paper or so tell us about your favorite pens right now and what you use them in.
Okay. So I love the Platinum Preppy fountain pen and I have it in the fine. I have the extra fine, but I like the more smooth feeling of the fine. And I like this in all of my Hobonichis and my Laurel Denise. Like I'll use this pen anywhere.
Okay.
And then I also have this. It is it's similar to the Pilot Vanishing Point, but I don't even know the brand. It's like Moon Man or something like that. I don't know. It's on Amazon.
Okay.
And but it's just a click fountain pen and it's very like it's not Vanishing Point. It's probably the same nib size as my fine, but I've really been liking this. And it has I have the Pilot ink in it, the black ink. I've really been liking this in any planner. So these two for sure. And then I found Laurel Denise shares these.
Yes.
And they're on Amazon. And I found them on Amazon, but they're erasable and they're super fine too. It's like a 0.38.
Yes.
I really have been having fun with this because it's erasable, but this is a gray ink. It's not black.
Right.
So, those are my three favorite. And I can send the links too if you want to.
Yeah. Do you have an Amazon store?
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Okay. Well,
I can send you the links.
Yeah, you can give me the links and I'll put them down below. Okay. All right. So let's jump into some Go Wild questions now.
Okay.
It's weird when I'm also like talking to someone who I feel like I know so well, like you, because I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you use, but I'm like, no, I need to ask all the questions because like no one else knows.
And I love that you're doing this because I love knowing what other people are using, their favorite pens, all of that. I love it.
Well, I love doing this too. Like it's been really fun, a really fun change up thing. Sorry, something has popped up on my screen and I need to
That's okay.
like click it off. Okay, so Taylor, you went to Go Wild this year. First of all, what number of year was it for you? Was it 2 or
number 2? Yep.
Okay. And tell them how you got to Go Wild this year.
Okay. So I originally was not going to Go Wild. And then in January, ERIN CONDREN posted like a giveaway on their Instagram. It was just like, share the picture, like the picture, tag some friends. And I did. And I had this like feeling, I was like, I'm going to win this ticket. Like, I just had this feeling, oh, I'm going to win this ticket. So that day that I entered the contest, I looked up flights and I was like, okay, well, I probably should be saving for a flight if I'm going to win this ticket. So I had like kind of mentioned something to my husband. Like, I was like, oh, did you know flights to DC are like this much? And he's like, oh yeah. Not really knowing, like I was preparing him. And then, like 2 or 3 weeks later, I was working and I had seen that ERIN CONDREN had posted, like, tagged me in something. And I was like, ERIN CONDREN. And I went back and it was, hey, message us, you are the winner, da 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 da. And I messaged him and I was so excited. So I won the ticket to Go Wild this year. And I am very thankful for ERIN CONDREN for that ticket, because I mean, you just forget how amazing Go Wild is and how much fun it is. But yes, I won the ticket. That's how I got to go this year.
That is so exciting. Seriously. Okay. So tell me your favorite top 3 parts of Go Wild from this year, like from this year's conference.
Oh, this year. Okay. So besides the people, because everybody knows people are,
Yes.
I really connected with each of the speakers. And it was really exciting to be able to listen to different speakers and hear their stories. Sometimes you'll have speakers come up and they'll tell you how to use a planner, which is, I love that too. And they'll show you things, but like how they like got to where they are, I love hearing their stories. And I really like that this year, is you kind of got a little more personal aspect of the speakers. So that would be number 1, is the speakers this year. I really liked. Number 2, I feel like I connected with people last year and then hadn't really talked to them since last year. And this year, connecting with them again, it was just like starting off from where you left off the year before. Other than like my close friends that, I talk to all the time. One was Bess from Lights Planner Action. So I got to ask a question to one of the speakers, and she came like running across the room after speaking, which she had spoke that day too. She's like, oh my goodness, Taylor. And I was like, hi, Bess. I was like, you did such a good job, because she did, talking about how she deals with anxiety, and she did origami with us. It was really fun. And I was like, you did so good. And she goes, no, you did so good. And she's like, just making me feel very special. And she's one that like, I really was cherished our friendship at Go Wild and how it's kind of grown over the last couple of years. So definitely, picking up where we left off with friendships from last year. And then the third, oh man, seeing people like walk in for the first time. Like last year, I was the person that walked in for the first time. And so it was just like, you walk in and I don't know how to explain it, into the room. For some people, this is like, they can't do it because it's a lot of anxiety and, but others, it's like you walk in and it's just like, wow, all of these tables are beautiful, and you're trying to make a decision where you want to sit, and you see your friends, and just being able to see people's faces whenever they walk in, and like, reliving that and living that with them, that moment, it's so fun to see their expressions. And that was really cool.
I love that was one of your favorite parts. I love that. Okay. Is there anything that you would say, like, you would want to change about Go Wild?
So Jeanette is like the founder of Go Wild, and she asked me the same exact question. And she has ALS, so she types on a computer with her eyes, and but she said, is there anything we can do better? And I told her, I said, you hit the mark. The team like hit the mark this year. Like last year will always have a special place in my heart, because it was the first year of Go Wild, and like the first time I've ever gotten to be around people that have the same thing in common with me. And then this year, just like growing on that. And I don't know if it's because I've already been once, and I just, know how the experience goes. But I was like, this year, It was so good. And this isn't even a complaint, but like if Plan Jama could just be a little bit longer, or like if we, I really don't have any other concerns. I do want to say, like, me and my own time management, I need to be a little bit better, because before Plan Jama, they do face paintings, and this is the second year I've missed out on face painting. So I'm like, next year I'm gonna go get my face painted before Plan Jama. And then just maybe like it being longer. I don't know. I don't really have any issues. I do have to say, like, if you ever go to Go Wild, it is nice getting there a day early. So if you're not going to the shop summit is on Wednesday. So I
Okay.
got there on Wednesday this year, and it was so nice to be able to relax and just hang out with people that are there a day early too. It really makes your weekend a little bit more enjoyable, because you can go sightseeing on that day and you just don't have that much pressure during the rest of the week.
That's a really good tip. That's a really good tip. And I was going to say, end with like, so you already gave one, but so 3 tips, like for anyone who is going to go for the first time.
Okay, yeah. So coming a day early for sure. Even if it's the middle of the day, Wednesday. I got there Wednesday morning, but then you can go sightseeing at whatever major city they're at, because you're going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Rest during the conference. Like, take time to take a nap, because you don't realize how draining being around people is until you've been around so many people. Especially people that have things in common. They want to know what you're using, what you're doing. Like, you're just constantly, having a social experience the whole entire time. So rest, take time to rest, and don't be afraid to. Like, you might miss out on something, but it's okay. There's so much going on. It'll be okay.
Right.
And the third one would be like, utilize the schedule they give you to make time to rest. So they usually don't release the schedule until like the week before. And this year was really nice. They had an app, and you could see the schedule on the app where you could
Wow.
print it out, which was really cool.
That is
And
nice.
yeah, you can print it out and you can just go ahead and make, time in there on that schedule where you're going to nap. And I can't stress enough. Take time for yourself, because you want to be able to be your 100%,
You
or at
want to be
least
able to enjoy
75.
it. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. And I do know, like, Friday afternoon, I napped. Like, I had to nap. And it's okay if you miss stuff. Like, it's okay. I think just giving yourself that permission to be able to like step away,
Yes.
that's definitely good. So
Okay. Those are great tips. Okay. And if y'all want to know more, like from the beginning, getting ready for Go Wild, because I think you even have packing
yeah.
to Go Wild. Like if you want more, you're like, what is this Go Wild? It's a planner conference. It's the biggest planner conference in the US. And it happens once a year, every year. Is it always in March, or does sometimes it go to April? Or
I think they said like it was even in like, I don't know. I think for me it was March both years. Yeah, last year
okay.
was March, this year's March, and I don't know if they're gonna continue in March or not. But
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think they're
Okay.
probably gonna keep it in March, but it depends on the location too.
Okay. Gotcha. And this year it was in DC, for anyone wondering. I don't think we even said that. So
Oh yeah.
they do it, they try to pick a different location every year so that no matter where you live, like it gives different chances for people to be
Yeah.
able to go. Okay. Oh, Taylor, I'm just so happy that I got to share you with everyone who doesn't know you, because look at that smile. Like she is
I
just
know.
this vibrant, young light full of life. And Taylor like gives me energy when I see her on Instagram, and I'm like I'm sitting there for the day. Like, I'm so tired. And I see Taylor, and like, she just is like, she's just on fire. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can smile. I can be more peppy. I can be alive. So thank you, Taylor, for being here. I really appreciate you taking time out, and everything to find Taylor, her Instagram and her YouTube is all going to be linked down in the description. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Taylor.